welcome back to episode 2 of the Fundie Baby Challenge. I am Lily, and we are here just after giving birth to Sarah and Titus's first child, little Erin, and we're just gonna be living out our little Fundie life. So as you know, they can't be trying for another baby, so they have to be abstinent. Oh wow, who is this? Okay, let me get through with what I was saying because it's important. They have to be abstinent until their baby hits the infant stage, as in accordance with the IBLP. I know that they follow, I think it's Mosaic law, and there's a certain amount of time after a boy and then after a girl that you can't be intimate with your spouse. Sarah will be doing the majority of the child rearing, and Titus is going to right now focus on his friend Mark, who just so happened to be in the other room for the birth, and he's going to be focusing on providing for the family. Right now there's not a ton he can do with a little infant, so he is just gonna go on his little merry way. Also tomorrow, so in the game it is Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow, I think we're gonna have women's group and have Sarah meet a lot of the women of the church for the first time. As you guys know, in last episode, the pastor's wife was getting a little flirty with our patriarch Titus here, which was kind of wild. I'm so afraid of these chickens running away. I'm so afraid of them running away, so hopefully we can get them acting right, but I don't exactly know how to do the whole chicken thing. Right now we bought them for cheaper because they were just chicks. Right now Sarah's getting in some sleep in the middle of the evening because I was just about to say the baby will be crying any minute. So let's go have her change the dirty diaper, and then she can go back to sleep. And then I think he had a big day. He became a father. He's gonna turn in as well. All right, it looks like our guy is now hungry, so she is gonna need to get up and help him. It looks like the crying baby also woke Titus up, but he cannot help with that, so he might just get a little late night snack. It looks like Sarah is up again for the third time over the night. She is getting a real idea of what it's like to be a Fundie mom, and it looks like our guy is pretty rested early, almost 5 o'clock in the morning, so I think he might get started with his day. I feel like he's pretty active and outdoorsy, so I think I'm going to make him a runner. He doesn't have a ton to do, so I think he's going to go jogging. Are you jogging in that, bro? I feel like he has some like Fundie approved athletic clothing, but he might be running in that. Oh, nope. There's his Fundie approved athletic clothing. Oh, and it looks like our son is needing to be fed, so she's going to go do that too. But this is a really great thing for her. She was quite bored, I think, as just being a wife. I think there wasn't a ton for her to do. So I think she is welcoming this challenge for now. I will say he definitely needs to kick it into high gear, because I think once they have 3 children, at least we will need to start expanding the house. But it looks like we already have some strawberries for sale. And I think today I might have him go out and try to find out in the wild new types of seeds to gather and to plant in the garden. Of course, I'll probably have him do that while visiting different congregation members. And it looks like he is hungry again. Okay, so we got a call from Abram. Hey Titus, I've been thinking about getting a new job. So I think that means like his day job. I think maybe some new influences would be good for Abram. New coworkers. I think, yeah, you should try to start a new career. I'm going to have Titus get some leftovers that his wife made him late last night. And then I'm going to have him go out and meet some new congregants and perhaps get some new seeds. All right, we're going to go visit the Hoovers. Elsa Hoover is a widow with 4 children. She recently joined the church after her husband passed away, and she was looking for male role models for her 3 sons. So it looks like she has, since I've checked on her, married a man with the last name of Bolden. So let's go check that out. I was going to say we might need a chaperone to go visit her since she's a widow, but since her husband is home, we can totally go and visit her. I wonder if this, remarriage, and I swear to God, my CC is messed up. Pisses me off so bad. But I wonder if this guy is up to snuff, because I bet the courtship and remarriage was arranged by Abram, who seems to doesn't have the best judgment. So they live in like this kind of barn house kind of setup. All right, let's see where the new patriarch of this family is. Dang, Titus, you're just gonna go in their in their bedroom? Their marital bedroom? Where is this guy? All right, since her sons are here, I feel like it's fine to introduce myself. Don't want to linger too long. I definitely want to eventually meet this guy who just recently married. I love all the color, like the country flair, like the vibrant country flair of this build. Let's make sure our introduction and conversation is appropriate for a married man to be speaking to someone about. I feel like, just a quick discussion, probably finish out this conversation with her and her kids and then move on is probably the best course of action. Let me see one last time if I can find. Okay. All right. Oh, it looks like he's mad. Let me cancel out these and do a friendly introduction with Miss Hoover's brand new husband. Why is he tense? Let's get to know him a little bit. Dang, this guy is a tough nut to crack. Let's discuss his stress mood and see what he says. Okay, so we've learned that Fred is an insider also, as well as us, hates children and is super jealous. Girl, why did you marry somebody with 4 little children? That's why he's tense. Also, as a Fundie, that has got to be a tough life. I know that they are both adult Sims. I wonder if they will have any other children. All right, I'm gonna have him head out of this house. Also, why does this house have a TV? That was definitely a mistake I left in there. I need to take it out. Another rule is no television and no radio, just because they don't all play Fundie approved channels. So we're gonna try to avoid that in our game. I'm trying to find if there's any sort of plants that he can harvest to get seeds from for his little produce or whatever you want to call it business. I'm seeing like some different frog things, but I'm not seeing anything that he can harvest. All right, I think we should go home and check on our wife then, if we can't find anything to harvest here. Alrighty, we are back in the house. Hopefully she has kept it up pretty well for us. Let's see. Looks like her needs are pretty low too. I'm gonna have her take a shower, use the restroom, and then take a nap until the baby needs her again. I feel like he's still got energy. I think he should go to one of the parks. And honestly, I think he should try to evangelize to other Sims, particularly probably like male Sims, maybe in Samashuna, which is the city, and perhaps he could find something to harvest. But the main mission of this trip is for Titus to evangelize and share his faith via the deep conversation function in Sims with some non-believers. Looks like we could introduce ourselves to this guy. Very interesting guy, very different from the people in the church. Oh goodness, maybe this guy is gay because, well, one, the outfit obviously, but also it's already showing like a relationship bar. Let's educate him on positive relationship dynamics, aka courtship. Let's also just do some regular chatting. Okay, the romance bar went away. Let me share photos of the family. Tell him about my new baby and how great that is. Brag, really brag. Let's see, what else can we do here? Let me enthuse him about fitness because, you know, it's very godly to keep your body in order. And it looks like, well, I don't want to say that actually, never mind. Let's brag a little bit more about the baby. Boast about my family. Looks like we're having a tense conversation. Perhaps this fellow does not like that we're evangelizing. Oh, wait. He's now energized, so we're good. Share personal life goals. And I think that's definitely enough for this guy. All right, let's see what other... Oh, look. It's the McLeods on a date. Be a great place for a wedding, maybe. Oh, I totally forgot, guys. It's Wednesday. I think that we should go over to the Hoover Bolden's house, since they have a larger house, and we should start men's group. Oh, wait. No. We said that we wanted to do women's group instead. So let me bring over Sarah to Elsa Hoover's house. Hoover Bolden, I should say. And we will start women's group. All right. All of the ladies for women's group are joining, it looks like. And I think my goal for today's women's group is just to get to know all of these different women in the church. And hopefully there'll be no drama. That is my goal. Okay, so we're going to go 2 and 1. Also, I haven't introduced you to this family. They are the Hemphills. And they are actually... I'll have to explain it to you later. But it's an older guy with a young lady. And it is a second marriage. I can't remember quite what happened with that. But I'll have to explain it to you when I have Titus go and meet Joe Hemphill, who is the patriarch of that family. Oh, Sarah learned about Jenny's financial status, and Jenny is apparently pretty wealthy. I feel like they're not supposed to be talking about that. Sarah also learns that Jenny likes fitness. So yeah, it would make sense that Joe Hemphill is wealthy because he has such a young new wife. Oh my God. Okay, Joe Hemphill, who I was just talking about, who has a super young wife, he's a little bit older into his adulthood. He just called Sarah up out of the blue and said, "I'm wealthy, very wealthy. Just last month, I bought Social Bunny and Cupid's Corner." I think those are like the dating apps. Just straight up bought them. You caught my eye, and I was hoping to get the chance to meet you in person. I know it's a lot to ask, but I have gifts for you. What do you say? Oh my God, no thanks, weirdo. Fair enough, he said. I have to get back to running Social Bunny anyway, which involves posting at least 12 incoherent posts a day. We are going to have to tell our husband about this. And our husband is going to need to confront this Joe Hemphill first thing tomorrow. We should probably also get away from his wife, because she does not know this yet either. That makes things very awkward. Also, it looks like the pastor's wife is expecting. Shout out to her. Why is she so uncomfortable? Probably because she's pregnant. Oh my God, now they're all back together. I feel like this is such a weird situation because Jenny has no idea that her husband just found her husband. We have not even met. Neither of the couples have met, and he has already probably heard from Abram there's a new family in town. He has found her number, probably online somehow, and has already called her up asking for a date, flexing his money. I mean, that is just awkward. I feel like it has only been a couple hours, but I feel like Sarah's ready to head home and tell her husband what happened so he can address that with Joe tomorrow. All right, Sarah and Titus are back together. I don't know how to do like an interaction of like telling him about what happened, so I'm just gonna say they talked off camera, and he's not mad, but he does need to defend his woman, so he's definitely going to go confront this Joe Hemphill tomorrow. Oh my God, I think our chicks might have run away. I feel like he doesn't need to be investing. Maybe he can purchase. Let's get him started with 1 hen. That's all he can handle right now, because he obviously could not handle the 3 chicks. All right, let's have him put this chicken up. So I guess I'll have to be at the house maybe like every single night to make sure these chickens go into their coop. That's very odd. I feel like we are gonna go first thing in the morning, have Titus confront Joe Hemphill, and then I think we're gonna end the episode at the confrontation. Honestly, I could see them having an all-out brawl, quite frankly. All right, the patriarch of the family is up bright and early. He's gonna get his duties done, and then he is gonna go straight to the Hemphill house. All right, the big fight that you guys are all waiting for. Also, let me just introduce you all to the Hemphill family. Joe, who was quite lazy but somehow wealthy, was married as a Fundie for many years. His wife died a few years ago under mysterious circumstances, mind you. He quickly got married to a much younger woman. His children are also the most unruly and wild in the church. So this is not this dude, Joe here's only offense. If some of his kids have like the CC issue where they just have no hair and no clothes, just, you know, let it go. Here's Joe. So let's do like the mean. Let's start and argue. Let's yell at him. All right. He is already yelling at this guy. I think that he's going to even mock his outfit. And I think that we are going to look at what all we can say to this guy. I mean, we are really, this is not a Christian type thing, but I mean, he was coming at this guy's wife. Let's imply his mother is a llama too. I think he's even going to cuss him out, quite frankly. I think it is that serious. I feel like church on Sunday is going to be extremely, extremely awkward. Oh, it looks like Titus has not been getting along with certain romance enthusiasts. Oh, is he a romance enthusiast? I feel like he wouldn't say that. He would, like, even if he kind of find like super romantic people kind of yucky, I feel like he would still be like, oh, well, it's godly to be romantic with your wife. But anyway, let's get these two fighting. Like, they're about to literally brawl. Let's speed this up. Oh my gosh, Love Day starts tomorrow. Speaking of, all right, they are about to brawl. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, girls. This is kind of, I feel like they're very like sissy fighters. Oh wow, I wish we could see them fight. It's a little ridiculous. They despise each other now. Well, yeah, you flirted with his wife. Let's insult his yard while we're at it. Let's fight him again too. Oh well, it looks like, oh, he's freaking energized. And also his wife and his kids are just like kind of walking around watching. Kind of hilarious. Let's go steal his, I think he has quite a few, I think I saw strawberry bushes back there. So I think we should, I could have sworn I saw some. Oh, they're just right here. I was going to say, like, let's steal his, while we're at it, let's steal his, plants and stuff. Oh, okay, Snapdragon and roses. All right, we're about to be freaking rich. If you guys play very often, you'll know that those are pretty costly. All right, though, I guess that is where I'm gonna leave this episode with their brawl. Come back next time. I think that we'll definitely be going to church on the next episode. So come back to see how it all goes down with two people who just brawled on Thursday at Sunday church. I'll see y'all in the next one.